So we're looking at what's going on with Microsoft and Sony, and obviously there's a lot going on, especially with the Activision situation, Activision Blizzard being picked up by Microsoft. Now, what does this mean for the future of PlayStation? What does this mean for the future just in general? I think we're going to have to kind of sit there and look at this and go, hey, what can this possibly mean for everybody in the world now that Microsoft is picking up all of these studios and things like that? Just think about the sheer number of studios that Microsoft owns now, the sheer number of IP, Call of Duty, Doom, Wolfenstein, Halo, Forza, obviously Warcraft, even some of the smaller stuff. I mean, this is definitely, and I know I did a video about the buyout earlier, but I wanted to talk a little bit more about something else that came up, and I figured this is going to be as good a time as any. And what does this mean for Sony? Is Sony in trouble? Is Sony going to lose Call of Duty exclusively? I think these are questions that we need to kind of ask, and I think that people are very much intrigued and shocked by the news, and even looking back and saying, hey, you know what, I'm looking at this, and this is something that honestly just I feel like took everybody by surprise. And of course, like, the scuttlebutt is, hey, are we going to see any kind of challenging to this in the future? Are we going to see companies challenge this? Are we going to see anybody come out and say, hey, this is against the rules? How can you guys allow a company to own all of these studios and things like that? I think that's going to be a big question going forward. I want to get into this because there was another announcement made that is blowing people's minds that I haven't really touched upon yet. Hey there everyone, I'm the Crapgamer, and of course this is Crapgamer Reviews, your home for gaming news, opinions, reviews, and much more. You'll probably notice a few cool changes around here, but that shouldn't stop you from giving us a like and possibly even consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. Thank you so much for choosing to spend some of your free time with me today. It means the world. And this is such a crazy thing in gaming, right? Who would have thought that Microsoft would have spent $70 billion on video games, right? When they haven't really ever turned a profit or anything on video games. It's crazy. So Microsoft did also kind of casually announce that Game Pass has grown to 25 million subscribers, and that's what this is all about, folks. Don't make it about anything else. It's not really, I don't know if it's going to be exclusive. I think I already kind of covered that. We don't know. They kind of said, we're going to continue to support these other platforms, blah, blah, blah. But Microsoft's Xbox Game Pass service now has 25 million subscribers. That's up from the 18 million Microsoft previously reported in January of last year. The Xbox Game Pass all-you-can-eat catalog of downloadable games, or the Netflix for video games as it's often described, continues to attract new subscribers as Microsoft looks to extend the service. As Microsoft subscribers numbers grow, so does the amount of titles available on Xbox Game Pass. In 2021, Xbox Game Pass added iconic Bethesda games, with 20 in total on the service, including Dishonored, Doom, The Elder Scrolls Fallout, and Wolfenstein. Microsoft announced a milestone while revealing its planned $68.7 billion acquisition of Activision Blizzard, which will have Activision CEO Bobby Kotick and its 10,000 employees reporting directly to Phil Spencer. The acquisition also bolsters Microsoft's Game Pass portfolio with plans to launch Activision Blizzard games into Game Pass, which has reached a new milestone of over 25 million subscribers, with Activision Blizzard's nearly 400 million monthly active players and 190 countries and $3 billion franchises. This acquisition will make Game Pass one of the most compelling and most diverse lineups of gaming content in the industry. Upon close, Microsoft will have 30 internal game development studios, along with additional publishing and esports publication capabilities. So once this closes, they'll be at officially 30 game studios. And again, this is exactly what it's all about. Listen to what it says. With Activision Blizzard's nearly 400 million monthly active players in 190 countries and three $1 billion plus franchises. That's what it's all about, folks. They want these users. Remember how they keep talking about reaching 2 billion gamers or whatever? It all comes down to this. This is why I think people shouldn't necessarily worry about Call of Duty and stuff going to be exclusive, because it just doesn't seem like it's going to be a feasible thing. in the future, obviously Microsoft has all these kind of things kind of locked down and ideas of what they want to do. I think this is definitely a weird situation, to say the least. But man, if you think about it, so Game Pass definitely slowed down a bit and probably picked up a bit more now with some of the other games and things like that, with your Halos and your Forzas and stuff like that. So I think that it's probably a good bet that their idea is, hey, let's put Call of Duty in Game Pass and see what happens. Because if you think about it, Call of Duty is a game that sells in a bad year, 15, 20 million copies. And, there's already over 100 million Call of Duty Warzone players. So that's exactly what they want to do. Now, obviously, Spencer said in a blog post that we will offer as many Activision Blizzard games as we can with Game Pass and PC Game Pass from new titles and etc. And there's no specifics, but with Warcraft, Call of Duty, Diablo, and Candy Crush brands to choose from, there's a name to name a few. The service will have a lot of options. Microsoft has also been chasing sports fans over the past year with the addition of NBA 2K21, Madden 21, NHL 21, and more. Outriders also debuted on Game Pass last year, and Microsoft added Flight Simulator to the service over the summer. Microsoft has also had a big Xbox Game Pass holiday with Age of Empires 4, Forza Horizon 5, and Halo Infinite launching day one into the service. Microsoft's also been working on expanding where Game Pass is available thanks to game streaming, which just looks like it's going to be part of that. Listen, I've always said, if Microsoft wants to get into mobile, you have to have real mobile games. So I'm not going to get into the whole streaming side of things. But what does this all mean for Sony, I think, is really the thing that a lot of people are kind of questioning. I get that people are going to compare what's happening here with the, honestly, what's happening here is just kind of proving that Microsoft is in it to win it, in it to kind of stay. Now, some of these moves obviously could be made by what's considered a third party type game or whatever, but or publisher, and they have the studios to do that. So I do feel like they're kind of setting themselves up to thrive. And like I said, having 30 studios is just crazy when you think about it, and it's hard to believe that the company that once was down to 3 or 4 studios or whatever it was now operates and owns like all of these amazing studios and owns like the biggest franchise in the world. It's just crazy to think that. And again, it's just crazy to kind of look at how this is going to be coming about. What does it mean for Sony? I think that's going to be one of the biggest questions around. And what can we see? What can we hope to see in the future from this? These types of announcements. I think that's the bigger question. What can we hope to see from like these types of announcements, and what will the future bring for us fans and things like that? I think that's really what it kind of comes down to. And will Microsoft be able to kind of continue to add to this? Like, are they touching that line of, is this, antitrust? What is this? I don't believe that they are right now, but people are starting to kind of question that kind of thing. And I think it bears kind of, sort of talking about anyway. But yeah, very interesting to say the least. Crazy times. Is this the end of PlayStation as we know it? Xbox 30 studios for a console maker. That is crazy. The amount of money that they have to play with is just unbelievable. And now 25 million Game Pass subscribers, and it looks like they're going to be able to put out Call of Duty every year in Game Pass. They've got Halo. They've got Forza, Gears of War. They've got Doom. They've literally could be the biggest thing ever. Like, Xbox is setting themselves up incredibly well, and it doesn't matter if you're a PlayStation or whatever. This is just factual. You can't sit there and go, they aren't setting themselves up well, because they are. They've honestly, this is huge, and they've set themselves up for their future of Game Pass, and it does look more and more appealing. It's just crazy to think about. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to link this. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, crap gamer 'em up, crap gamer out.